Hey, how's it going? My name is Jason Huval. I'm the broker and one of the partners with Stone Oak Property Management, and I'm here today with Mike.
Hi, I'm Mike Ulrich. I am the Director of Business Development for Stone Oak Property Management. And today we're just kind of want to talk to you guys and make a quick video about kind of some of the fears some of the owners are having in Austin just about their house sitting on the market for a while.
You see, we're getting more of this, right? Where we're seeing more owners are having the properties that are sitting on the market for longer,
That's right.
and so so we were just kind of chatting about this and saying, well, maybe if we could put something out there for people to watch or for people to listen to, that you're not alone. Other owners are starting to see the same things. They're trying to sell their houses, and
Yeah.
and so we do have a little bit of data that I wanted to, Mike and I were just looking at. Let's go look at sales. And this is kind of what, I guess the driver for this.
Right.
This data is from December 5th. So I have the entire month of November of 22 here to take a look at. And we're going to look at first at like a closed sales, this little category right here. And that's what's, just showing Mike, it's down to 1,874. So around, 1,900 homes is what actually sold for the month of November and 22. And then let's go to this active listings. This category right here shows that we're 9,000 homes available. And so that's a small, just a fraction there of that inventory. When if we just back the year before the same time, we had 3,200 homes on the market. So, nearly a third, right?
Yeah.
And then you have for sales, 3,000 of them sold. So it's almost the whole month turned over, right? That's like 1 month of inventory. It's insane.
Yeah.
And
so a lot more sitting now on the market
That's
than
right.
in 2021.
And that's where I think the fear is coming from, right? Where you got people who are starting to worry, like, oh man, my house isn't selling. What's going on? They have a lot of choice. That's what it is at the end of the day. You have a lot of choice. And so you're not alone if your house is sitting on the market, if you're, concerned with the level. There's also seasonal slowdown. We are in, November. Usually by March or so, we'll start to pick up in a normal market. But it's pretty incredible to see, you could pause this and take a look at this spreadsheet here to see it, how the numbers have slowly dwindled in sales. But interest rates have come up. There's a lot of uncertainty that are kind of driving that. But let's switch over. Let's talk about leasing.
Yeah.
So now, similarly, let's for leasing, again, this is the greater Austin area, the same data. Here we're going to be talking about November really is what I wanted to cover to kind of see, like, as here's our actives. This is what's on the market right now. For the month, there was 3,600 homes. And you can see here how our inventory's just been kind of creeping up. Now that's, to me, that's kind of what you're talking about with the owners, right? Owners are, they're not able to sell these houses. So maybe they're converting to leases, right?
To leases. Yep,
So
exactly.
hang
That's
on to
exactly
them.
right.
And but the good thing you can see is if you look at here's closed leases, these numbers are pretty consistent. I mean, if you look from 2020 on for this month, look just even across the year, the numbers like this. It's not like people aren't leasing anymore. There's still a steady flow of people that are leasing.
Austin's still a desirable city.
Very
and people want to
desirable.
come here.
That's what's great. The problem that is happening here is that you are going to have an increase. You have more choices instead of them having the one house in the neighborhood or two houses in the neighborhood. Now they're going to have
Right.
three or four.
So
or
those
five.
multiple offers you were getting, back in 21 and 20, it's not.
That's right.
It's few and far between.
That's right. And we're seeing that now. We have a little bit long. It's taking us a little bit longer to get houses leased than it did, previously. Even though we're outpacing the market, which is great.
Yeah.
But it still is. It's just there's more choice. That's gonna it's gonna take more time. So I think that's important to see. For people to see and understand.
And so is there a strategy or like a mindset to where like people can kind of understand why maybe leasing the home right now makes a little more sense? Or if you're in a pickle or a bind, your home's been on the market 90 days, 100 days, like if you decide to make the switch to potentially leasing your home for a year, like why is this a good alternative?
Sure. Well, I mean, like most people, especially people that are trying to sell, they didn't buy the house as a rental property, right? Mm-hmm. We call those accidental landlords.
That's right.
You buy a house and then now you have a rental and you're a landlord. That wasn't in the plan, in the cards, but also the way you structured your financing likely, wasn't, you weren't planning on having a tenant. So you might even be losing money. You put a tenant in there. I mean, $100, maybe even $300 a month. If you're paying a property manager, you have all these, these fees. But what I would say, like, you know, instead of taking a huge hit right now, there's so much inventory that's out there. You know, people are low. You watch, you know, you can see across the MLS. I guess I wish I had that data too to show, but like, you know, properties, the pricing dropping on homes. So instead of taking, let's say, a $50,000 hit on a home, right?
Right.
And let's say you're losing $300 a month, you know, on a deal. That's $3,600 for the year. You'd be out.
Yeah.
You do that over, let's say, 3 years with that loss. That's just over $10,000, close to $11,000 of loss, right? That you would have taken, but you've spread that out. You've amortized that loss instead of writing a check today for $50K. So to me, it's almost like you're, you know, financing it. But the flip is that at the end of that 3 years, 2 or 3 years, you can probably sell the home for the same or more money. The market should come back around.
That's right. It's all cyclical. So.
That's right. And so that's why renting is not a terrible idea. And I realize the inherent bias of us being property managers and talking about this, but it's a real thing. You know, I also own our sister company at Central Metro Realty. I have almost 1,000 real estate agents that work under me at that firm. And, you know, I can tell you, I see the slowdown just the same. You know, parking your property with a management company and using for a rental is a great way to offset that loss. Yeah. So you don't take it all today.
And that's what we're seeing a lot is just all the calls that are coming in recently are, you know, these accidental landlords who had all the intentions of, you know, selling the home and moving to Denver and starting a new life, but it's just not moving right now. And it's interest rate based and a lot of stuff that's going on around the country.
Tons of uncertainty, man.
Yeah, tons of uncertainty. So, I mean, again, this isn't a propaganda thing, but it is a good alternative to maybe at least consider renting the house. And, you know, I'm happy to run a market analysis for you to see what your house can get and all that. And I mean, making sure that you're priced competitively is important, especially now that there's more inventory. But, you know, we're happy to help and all that. And I think, you know, just have that conversation with us.
Yeah, just to show you. I mean, like, and other folks are doing it right now too. I mean, people that's the scariest part of this, I think, is taking that leap as a landlord. You're like, I don't want to be a landlord. Right. I didn't want to have tenants in my home. And then getting into that mindset, you know, you have to change the insurance on your house now. Mm-hmm. You're no longer it's not your primary residence. Now you have a dwelling or a tenant policy that's on there. Yeah. You know, just it's something was unexpected, you know, so that can be intimidating. But you're talking to these landlords now. Like, do you have any, like, maybe an idea of some of the common things, like fears, questions, or whatever that they have to you? Or
it's just that it's I don't want to pay 2 mortgages, or I've got to go. Yeah. I don't want to really be a landlord at this juncture in my life or whatever. And it's just, you know, a lot of people just need a little bit of direction. And, you know, if they are coming from out of state or leaving the state, they want boots on the ground here. And I think, you know, that's a big thing. It's your biggest asset for most people. So, you know, just coming from that perspective is what I hear a lot about. And a lot of people have those apprehensions.
It's unnerving. It is. And so, but that's one of the things, you know, and I guess for the pitch part of it, we've been at this now for over a decade. You know, we manage nearly 1,000 homes now and help all sorts. And we have everything from savvy investors with, you know, dozens of houses to the brand new, holy crap, I didn't want to be a landlord. What am I doing? You know, new investor, I guess. Right. Mm-hmm. So, you know, we're happy to help any way that we can. And, but the point of this video was really just to kind of give you an idea, you know, give you as the viewer, the potential landlord here, what's happening in the marketplace as of today, you know, and what it's looking like. And, to understand that they're, you know, while it can be scary taking that leap, it is a great alternative. It really is, because instead of writing these big checks to try to get and outprice your neighbors, right, to sell your home for cheaper, it allows you to kind of, you know, bring that, you know, amortize that loss.
Yeah, give yourself some time to let the market get right.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So,
we're happy to help. Just, you know, feel free to give me a call. I mean, my direct line is 512-580-3896. That's 512-580-3896.
I like that. Repeat it twice. Yeah. That's really, I do that on my voicemail too.
I'm old school, I guess.
Well, yeah. Well, cool. Well, yeah. Thank you all very much for tuning in and checking us out. And check us out, Stone Oak Property Management, stoneoakmgmt.com. And we'd love to help you out, or just even if you just answer any questions that you may have. Thanks again.